Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and our boy, TEQ Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS finally got his Extreme Z Awakening, which turns him into a monster. Look at those stats, 18,000 attack, 11,500 defense. TEQ Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS got a monster buff. Now, I'm very excited about this because, of course, TEQ Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS was one of the few units in Dokkan that I did not have full dupes for. Well, at this point, it's really just STR Omega Shenron. It's like the only unit I don't have full dupes for. So I'm waiting for, hopefully his EZA is next, just for that reason. But let's go ahead, let's take a look at this new TEQ Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS EZA on all of his teams. He is on 5 different category teams. Several of them are very major teams. So I kind of want to see how this GOTENKS will perform on all of them. Alright guys, so we're over here on the Majin Buu arc team. Again, we're going to take a look at GOTENKS on all of his teams. Now, the one thing about this TEQ Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS that is very, very important to realize is that, you know, unlike the physical GOTENKS, who really, you know, he hits a lot harder at 11 key, but it's not like a ridiculous drop-off. Even though this TEQ GOTENKS did get a lot stronger, I do still think there's probably going to be kind of a significant drop-off. I think right now, I'm just trying to, like, there's a lot to cover with this Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS, right? I'm going to do a video just where we're trying to get, like, max numbers for him and all of his teams here. But I think I'll probably do a separate follow-up video where specifically I go in-depth for the TEQ GOTENKS versus physical GOTENKS in all these situations, so we can see, like, okay, in this exact situation, you know, TEQ GOTENKS with 12 key does this much damage versus physical GOTENKS in this situation does this much damage, right? That'll probably be the next video I put out after this. So the 11 key super is very, very important. We're actually going to be able to get this right here. Now, only on a double, oh, you know what? I just realized Vegetto is going to be a nightmare here. I want to try and like not finish off, you know, these Broly and Paragus as quick as possible. Okay, so 2.2 million on a double 130% team. No supports active right here. That's very, very good damage. Of course, he has several of his links active, you know, Limit Breaking Form, Super Saiyan and Fierce Battle with Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So that was pretty good right there. That was not bad at all by TEQ Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS. I just kind of wanted to get just like a normal rotation with him. Now let me get the setup, right? Let me get Physical Kid Buu over there. Let me get, LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 getting their 18 key super. We're going to get a really good rotation in a second here. Alright guys, so here we're getting LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2's 18 key super. As you guys know, that gives a 2-turn attack buff to super class units. So, Super Saiyan 3 Physical GOTENKS will get a buff. Now, here's the thing. Can we get the 11 key super? Now, if we can't get the 11 key super, it's not the end of the world. I don't think we can get it, actually. Because we need 3 key, huh? Obviously, in between Physical Kid Buu and the Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan, this is where GOTENKS, like, we have Fierce Battle active as well as Super Saiyan. So it's important that GOTENKS is in between the two of them. I think we're just going to go ahead and get the 10 key super attack is what we're going to go ahead and do here. Because right now, I'm not really seeing a way where that might fall. Sure, we'll do this, because that actually might cause those blue, no, okay, they didn't. Okay, well, rip, that's fine. We'll just go ahead and get the 10 key super attack. That still should be ridiculously impressive damage. I'm not too concerned about getting his absolute pinnacle of attack on the Buu Saga team, double 130%, right? It's not really that important, but let's just, you know, see what he does in this setup. 3.6 million, you say? Dude, that's like, this is a double 130% team. That is very impressive. So, like, on the Buu Saga team, like, you know, TEQ GOTENKS would certainly be a very powerful fighter here. But, okay, so I figure we're done with the Majin Buu arc team. Man, that was pretty good, though. Alright, guys, so now we're over here on the Hybrid Saiyan team. The only thing about sort of, you know, focusing in on the unit on so many teams is we do really end up using just the same, like, couple support type units on, like, most of these teams, right? You know, Brawl, LRB Pan, you know, they have a hand in, like, every unit's best attack stat, it seems. Now, either Brawl or the Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan, I don't really think it's going to make too much of a difference between the two of them for the best attack stat for Gotenks, because... Though, I don't know. It probably would be the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan that'll get a little bit higher because okay, so 2.6 million. That's without Super Saiyan, Limit Breaking Form, Fierce Battle. That's basically none of his links active, and he gets that high. So you know, Raw, you know, we'll be able to give Gotenks that huge buff via LRB Pan's passive, because if he got a support type unit that gives the buff, you know. Okay, so, like, TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, right, gets his buff on super attack, which with traditional support type units works better, but for LRB Pan's active skill, it actually does work a little bit better if the unit gets the buff from, you know, start a turn bonus or whatever. So, let me just go ahead and get to this next rotation, where we can see what Gotenks can do. Alright guys, so we're on the rotation that we're looking to get. Both LRB Pan and Brawl have the Innocence, so it's not really a big deal, you know, whichever one is right there next to Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. We'll go ahead and activate LRB Pan's active skill, which should give Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks a very, very nice buff. Then, of course, we are indeed going to be able to get the 11-key super. You know, sort of no units having links with Gotenks is helpful here. You know, plus, but Brawl is giving the 3-key, but it's kind of working out really well. So, Gotenks gets up to 3.4 million in this situation. So, there we go. Like, you know, he's just putting up ridiculous numbers. Like, ridiculous, insane numbers. And we're only looking at 130% teams so far. So this is very, very good. I feel like, you know, we probably spend enough time on the Hybrid Saiyan team. Again, you know, a lot of these units are on the Hybrid Saiyan team, Majin Buu Arc team, but these teams just aren't very good right now. So, well, I don't know. They're definitely getting better with all these buffs, some of these recent units. But let's go ahead and move on to the next team now. Alright guys, so stop me if we've seen this exact rotation before. Now we're over here on the Dokkan Fest Kid Goku, his Childhood Saga and Boys and Girls team over here. Now this team, you know, with TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks' EZA, they get a nice option, you know. Plus we got LR Kid Goku and Arale on the team. You know, Roshi is ridiculous. We all know how busted he is. So there's just a lot here on this team to work with now. I think TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks actually is going to be pretty useful over here, because with the majority of these units, like, I can't think of another Over and a Flash unit on this team off the top of my head. So, you know, it's going to be pretty easy to get below 12 key. Like, that's just the thing with this Gotenks, right? Basically, as long as we get below 12 key, he's going to hit ridiculously hard, right? Because he raises his attack, I believe, on both his 9 and 10 key super. Then he massively raises his attack on 11 key super. And then his 12 key is only supreme, and he doesn't, you know, raise his attack at all. So, pretty much no matter what, seems like it's, you know, you just have to avoid getting a 12 key super. And on this team, for Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, that's not going to be very difficult, right? The only issue is, you know, he might hurt units around him. But, like, let's say you run a rotation of Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and the Dokkan Fest Kid Goku, right? Dokkan Fest Kid Goku doesn't really link up with other non-Dragon Ball units for key anyway. So you're not really going to be hurting too much to have a rotation of these two, Dokkan Fest Kid Goku plus Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. I do actually think that that could sort of work. So, I might test that out a lot. Maybe, you know, when we I don't know. I guess when I hop into Super Battle Road, okay, so 3.4 right there. When I hop into Super Battle Road with this Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, I definitely will do it on the Fusion team, right? I want to see, because that's the one actual team he has on Super Battle Road right now. No, well, actually, he's also on the Buu Arc team. Yeah, so that's 2. No, and he's on Hybrid Saiyan. Oh, never mind, I'm crazy. He's on 3 teams that actually have category Super Battle Road stages right now. So, I don't know, I might try and test this guy out on several of the different stages. One thing is for damn sure, I might, you know, sometimes you guys let me know if you want me to do it, like, Dokkan Fest Kid Goku, right? Like, and LR Kid Goku and Arale, like, I took them into category Super Battle Road. The Kid Goku video I haven't put out yet, but I have put up the Goku and Arale video. Like, I take them into Super Battle Road, category Super Battle Road. I can also do videos on normal Super Battle Road. I don't know that it's entirely necessary for every unit. Like, LR Kid Goku and Arale, probably not, but, like, like, you could just so cheese out Super AGL, Super Battle Road, because now they're on that team. You could use the AGL movie hero team led by Blue Gogeta. Like, it's just a nightmare, like, just how you would obliterate Super Battle Road there. And then TEQ Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS on the Super TEQ stage, you could run a full Over in a Flash team. You could run Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS as your leader there with the 4 key and 100% stats, and that's going to be really good, for the rest of the team, right? Like LR Goku and Frieza, and also LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Obviously, running 4 key as a leader skill for GOTENKS himself is bad, but it's great for the other units, so I might look at that as well. There's a lot of stuff we're going to be doing with a lot of these units, but okay. So we knocked out all of his teams now, except for the 2 170% attack teams, the 2 teams where GOTENKS will be best on. Alright guys, so now we're over here on the Fusion / Movie Hero team led by Blue Gogeta, right? Now here's, I think, the one team where physical Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS probably is going to work better, because here's the thing, right? If linking up with SCR Gogeta or Blue Gogeta, or even Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, who you could also run on the team, you're going to encounter a situation where TEQ GOTENKS shares not only Over in a Flash with them, but also Fuse Fighter. So it is virtually impossible to get below 12 key when linked up with either of those units, right? And really, the best way to run this team is, in fact, to do that. Like, you're going to want... Blue Gogeta is so good. You want him on rotation, right? TEQ Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS can hit super hard, but Blue Gogeta brings a lot to the table, right? So you're just left in a really, sort of annoying situation. Like, look at this right here. Like, we're not going to be able to get his under 12 key on this team. Now, you could say, oh, well, you could have left LR Gogeta on rotation with him. Yeah, you can do that, but, like, you're probably better off. Okay, so he's at 2 million right there, which certainly is not bad. But again, I do think physical Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS can get a bit higher at 12. I'm gonna have to take a look at it. That's why I'm gonna do a comparison video. Off the top of my head, I do think Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS gets a bit higher than that, or the physical one, but we'll see. And LR Gogeta, right? You don't want to run LR Gogeta on a rotation with TEQ Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS because they don't link up really at all. Like, it's gonna hurt LR Gogeta a lot. You do want to sort of maximize them. So, like, keeping them on a rotation with Blue Gogeta is good. Then also keeping, SCR Gogeta on rotation with a Blue Gogeta is also really good, right? Like this. So I suppose, if you really wanted to run TEQ Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS on the Fusion team, you could just run him as a floater. And then at least on one of the 2 rotations, the LR Gogeta rotation, you could put him in the middle spot. LR Gogeta will still be linking up with the Blue Gogeta to get a lot of, key and stuff that he needs. And then also that wouldn't hurt TEQ Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS on the end of the rotation either. So that certainly could work out if you do want to go that route. The Fusion team, regardless, just has a lot of really powerful units. It's just one big thing, right, for this TEQ Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS is that, like, he gets a defensive buff as well, provided you are under... 12 key, which is really, really big. Like, so for Super Battle Road, right, where I do think this TEQ GOTENKS, regardless, I think TEQ GOTENKS is a better option for Super Battle Road because, like, let's just not even consider, the buff he'll get on under a 12 key super. He already has much higher defense than TEQ Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS anyway, right? Or physical Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS. But in talking about the 2 different forms of them, it gets real annoying. Because, like, the physical Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS has 9,850 defense, whereas the TEQ Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS now is up to, 11,560. Plus, physical GOTENKS actually lowers his defense, basically for the first 7 turns. And nowadays, you're like, that's always going to be active. So TEQ Gotenks is definitely going to be better for Super Battle Road. There's no doubt about that. So let's go ahead and see what TEQ Gotenks will do on this rotation right here. He might get beat up a little bit from that Goku. Actually, you know what else is going to be really annoying that's going to happen? Is Goku is probably going to stun Gotenks. Right when I got the rotation I wanted. Well, if he does stun Gotenks, ooh, okay, that's a lot of damage. Well, okay, 2.6 million, that's not bad. That's actually not really that bad. Again, I'm going to do a video where we're kind of taking a look at what physical and TEQ Gotenks do, you know, on these same rotations, right? So, because I don't know, I feel like TEQ Gotenks is, like, hitting, like, at the very minimum, like, right where, like, physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is hitting. Plus, his defense, again, is going to be a little bit better, even when he doesn't get below a 12-key super. So, I mean, there we absolutely just demolished this Goku. I mean, one thing is still for damn sure, the Fusion team is probably still going to be, like, pretty much the fastest team in the game, with all the super effective against all type units you have, like Blue Gogeta, SCR Gogeta, and then, of course, how powerful LR Gogeta is. So, you know, this is one more option for the Fusion team that's really good, so that's very, very solid. I mean, here's the thing. You know, previously, if Gotenks got his 12-key super, it was extreme. Now, at the very least, it is Supreme, which is really, really good. So, the last team we'll go ahead and look at TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks on is the Super Saiyan 3 team, which for sure is going to be his best team, and for sure, TEQ Gotenks will be better on this team than physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Alright guys, and then a big reason why the Super Saiyan 3 team is definitely TEQ Gotenks' best team is, one, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock is a fantastic linking partner for Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. And then two, it is very easy for Gotenks to get his 11-key super or under a 12-key super very, very consistently on this team, because he's basically only going to share over in a flash with many of the units that are on the Super Saiyan 3 team. So thus we're able to do this right here. Boom, 11-key super. This is going to be Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks' max attack stat right here on the Super Saiyan 3 team, and we get up to 4.72 million. That is the maximum power that Super Saiyan 3 TEQ Gotenks has at his disposal. He is ridiculous. A very, very good EZA. It's going to be very interesting to see how the EZAs turn out for the rest of the units, right? You know, for like SCR Omega, AGL Super Vegetto, you know, like, because those units, you know, Gohan, they don't really have downsides to them, right? Like, TEQ Gotenks already had this sort of downside where you had to get below a 12-key super, but all those other units are just really good. So we'll see what exactly is going to happen there. But it's, you know, these EZAs have really ramped up lately and become crazy. I mean, Gotenks out damages quite a few summonable LRs now, which is a big-time feat. Alright guys, so this is Grim Reaper of Death's Rampage, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Now, there's a lot to go over here, right? So, pre-EZA, he was, of course, the TEQ God Leader, TEQ Key 3, HP Attack and Defense 70%. Now, it's TEQ Key 4, HP Attack and Defense 100%. So, the only real negative here is that if you're using Gotenks under his own leader skill, you're kind of locking yourself out of getting below 12-key super. That's the only real issue there. But at the same time, I do think, like, this guy as a leader on the original TEQ Super Battle Road, you know, you run two of this guy, or, you know, him and LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku or something like that, and it's going to be, like, really easy to beat it if you've got, like, LR Goku and Frieza or Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Like, they're just going to steamroll through it. Now, Gotenks' 9 and 10-key super attack is the Super Ghost Kamikaze attack, which used to do immense damage. Now it raises attack for one turn and does immense damage. His 11-key super is the Charging Ultra Boo Boo Volleyball attack, which used to massively raise attack for one turn and do immense, and it still massively raises attack for one turn and does immense. And really, this is the biggest change. At his 12-key super attack, he also does the Super Ghost Kamikaze attack. It used to do extreme and greatly lower defense. Now it does Supreme and greatly lowers defense. That is a big buff, even if it does not seem like it. Because, again, there are going to be times you're going to get the 12-key super, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? His passive skill, Furious Fighting Spirit, used to be 120% attack when performing a super. Now he gets 140% attack when performing a super. and he'll also get 70% defense if your key is 11 or less. So, you know, provided you super first, then after that, and it was under 12 key, Gotenks will have a 70% defensive buff, which will turn him into a really nice tank for Super Battle Road. So for something like the Buark team, or when Super Saiyan 3 gets an inevitable Super Battle Road stage, this TEQ Gotenks is going to be a stunner, a star-studded beast on that stage. So that'll be very good. Gotenks' links are Super Saiyan, Fuse Fighter, Over in a Flash, Limit Breaking Form, The Innocence, and Fierce Battle. So he does, of course, have pretty good links. You know, no real complaints whatsoever, except for the fact that he does only have 6 links. You know, obviously I would prefer he had 7 and not 6, but, you know, that's fine. His 12 key multiplier is 140%. His 11 key multiplier is basically 135%. The 10 key multiplier basically 131%, and his 9 key multiplier is 126%. So different levels there, but of course still getting, you know, the 9 or 10 key super is going to give you a lot more damage than his 12 key super. One other big advantage physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks has over the TEQ one is that on his 12 key super, he has a 150% 12 key multiplier, which really make, you know, so he does crazy damage at 11 key, but he's still hitting ridiculously hard at 12 key, whereas the TEQ Gotenks, you know, I think that is now true for him as well, but the gap between his 11 key and 12 key is still a lot larger than it is for physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, right? And then, of course, he's on 5 category teams. All of them are true category teams. He's on the Fusion team, where that is the one team where getting his under 12 key is not very realistic whatsoever. He's also on the Hybrid Saiyan team, where I think he could be pretty solid. Here he is over here on the Majin Buark team. Again, we'll see what happens once that team gets an upgraded leader. The Super Saiyan 3 team, definitely his best team, and physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is all but irrelevant now on the Super Saiyan 3 team if you've got TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. And then finally, the last team he's on is, you know, the boys and girls team, the new Dokkan Fest Kid Goku team. He will be pretty good over there as well, I think, too. But there we go, guys. TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks gets his EZA. I finally rainbowed this unit after having my account for, what, like, you know, 700 days now. So this is good. Thanks for watching. He's a beast. And the next video I'm going to do today, I'm going to go in depth where I put these 2 units, the TEQ Gotenks and the physical Gotenks, side by side to see what exact numbers they do in certain situations. So, you know, look forward to that, I guess. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.